What's a bad boomer boss?
Uh, okay, so the best example of the worst possible iteration of the bad boomer boss is Andrew Cuomo, who micromanages, is in it for himself, not the work, wants the power, sexually harasses people, hostile work environment, yells, makes his problems everyone's problems, does not seem to have clear goals beyond his own sort of vanity. That is the worst possible iteration of the bad boomer boss. Sort of mid-tier version of the bad boomer boss is like the guy who shows up at work every day and sort of like doesn't understand how to use the technology that you're using and doesn't have clear goals and sort of veers between oversharing all of his problems and also like beep bop robot boss, things like mental health is a joke, thinks you're complaining when you ask for more clarity.
You gave an example, the best example of the bad boomer boss. What's the best example of their opposite?
I actually think Zoran Mamdani is a very good example. Very clear about what he believes, uncompromising about what he believes, but open to new information. Really clear-eyed about who he's in it for. He shows up for his team, not himself. You'll notice, like, we actually don't know that much about him personally. I mean, we do. We know like what he believes in his policy positions, and he's authentic. There are very clear boundaries about how much of him he is giving to this. Like, we don't know that much about his marriage or his personal life. He is clearly very focused on what he is trying to deliver. It's affordability. That is the end goal. And he knows how to use the modern communication tools to get that out. That is really powerful in this moment because communication and selling yourself as a leader, that is part of leadership these days.